than I have because a couple days ago my computer decided to upgrade to Windows 10 out of the blue after it decided it didn't want to. And now it decides it doesn't want to work at all. For the most part, I can do most of everything. I cannot upload pictures to eBay. I cannot make a YouTube video.
Load the pictures onto the computer. It's not an upload problem. It's a loading onto the computer.
I can do most of everything. I cannot. There we go. Evidently, I had that going in the background. Yeah, my computer does not want to work appropriately right now for some strange and unusual reason. Yay. So trying to figure out the whole problem. My computer's still under warranty. I called HP and they decided that we are absolutely busy. You need to call us back in about 5 to 6 hours. And I was like, you are gotta be kidding me. Seriously? And they're like, you can just go onto our website and we can figure out your problem from there. And it's telling me that my warranty has expired. It's like, I have a year warranty and it's up in February. And I had to find elsewhere in my computer where it says that, yes, I am still covered on the warranty. So I'm going to have a nice little conversation with HP as soon as I get off the show. Yeah, I'm going to be getting this figured out tonight. So feel free to ask any questions. That's why I'm here. All right, so other than that, yay, I've been having issues with the kitty trying to lay all over the eBay product. I found a whole bunch of eBay product that had disappeared, and it was completely covered in cat hair. So keep your eBay items, your eBay clothing items away from pets. They absolutely love it. There was a delay to the show because every time I start to record, she has to hop up in my lap. Every time. I don't know why, but every time she does that. So, all right. It's definitely really weird talking by myself because I feel like I'm just talking all by myself. No, Ian, you cannot get a free cat if you order something from my store. Trust me, you don't want this one. She's old. She's actually getting to her prime where we're afraid she's not going to be around much longer because she's got some health issues, and we're hoping that she pulls through it. But yes, she's definitely getting up there in years. Yes, darn, I know. You can't get a cat. All right, let me see here if I can pull up. I was actually trying to make a YouTube video on something completely unthrifting related the other day, and that's when I discovered that my computer does not like Windows 10 doesn't like me. It doesn't want me to upload anything to YouTube. It doesn't want me to upload any pictures to the computer at all. So that is not fun because I made like a 2-minute and 30-second video, and it stretched it out, giving me a whole bunch of nonsense noise, and you could see me moving like this, and you could tell I was talking. Like, it was bad. I just straight up deleted it. I didn't know how to possibly even fix that. Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, it's definitely weird talking all by myself. How is everybody's fourth quarter doing? Because my Amazon is actually picking up right now, and I've got a 25% off everything in my store for at least another week, just to see if I can drive people to my store and buy items. And I know that's been helping. It's like I've got people buying items left and right. I've been going out of my way, figured out how to send items off to Amazon and the vintage electronics. Yeah, if you're going to send electronics into Amazon, you have to have them in a plain box. no markings on the box. Ian will argue otherwise, but yeah, he says that it can have markings, but you have to have them covered up. I've called Amazon, they said completely blank all the way around. Just have your "this is a set, do not separate" stickers and your barcode label on it. Make sure that it's not going to fall off or anything, and I'm sure we're all good on that. And I can't seem to find any good ones for the most part. I found a local shipping store, and I hated to do it. They told me that they have them, and it was $5 a box. And I was like, ow. I know there's a local store around here. I have yet to find it that you can have them make a custom box for you. I hope to find it, and I hope they have a better price than $5 a box. I hear you, Ian. I'm not going to say that one on YouTube for you. Oh, yes, before I forget. I was in a hangout with Ian the other day, and he is getting ready to move, and he's just getting a whole bunch of stuff off to Amazon, and whatever he can't sell on Amazon, he's tried to move on eBay, and if it's not moving on eBay, every time I'm making a video, she has to say hi. There you go. You said hi. And again, you're YouTube famous. Mwah. But yeah, Ian was moving out, or is in the middle of moving from his house, and I got a little care package from Ian. There's a little bit of extra space in there, Ian. You could have put a little bit more packing in there. I'll say that right off. But we are going to have a live unboxing. I have no clue what he sent me. So let's find out. This is going to be interesting. Wow. I get remotes. Remotes. More remotes. Oh, look. More remotes. And more remotes. Oh, wow. More remotes. I've actually never had one of these, and I'm not sure how to work with this, but it is a iPod with a completely cracked screen. I've honestly never had one nor known how to work one. iPod 8 gigabytes. Beyond that, I couldn't tell anything about it. Wow, that thing is like seriously cracked all the way. All right, and let's see here. Is this just straight up packing? Yep, that's just straight up paper. And this piece of paper is probably just personal note. Broken iPod, 4th generation, goes for about $20. Okay, good to know. And I will definitely take the time of figuring out what remote is what, goes to what, and if any of them have battery corrosion, I will help you figure that one out. I will show you that one again, Ian. This one's damaged on the back, but that's all right. Got batteries. Ooh, free batteries. I always need batteries. I'm actually almost out of batteries, too. I was actually thinking about making a video on cleaning out battery corrosion from a remote, because occasionally we come across remotes or electronic items that have battery corrosion in them. How to clean them out. Move all these aside. It's actually not that hard. It's just more time consuming. take a little paper clip. Honestly, personally, I have a tiny Swiss Army knife, and on it I use the nail file, but more for just poking and trying to pick off the little bit of battery corrosion, if you have to, off of the springs that are in the batteries. Then get yourself some Q-tips, get some hydrogen peroxide. Hope you can see that all nice and clear. Just cover the tip of the Q-tip, just even enough, here, I'll even do it. Enough to at least soak the Q-tip, not to have it like dripping wet, but at least enough to soak this. And then just completely cover the spring or whatever part of the metal is covered in the battery acid, and just completely keep going. It actually comes off. Sometimes it takes a little bit, but it comes off really well. I haven't had one. Cat in a box. Gotta love it. I'm pretty sure Ian is okay with the fact that you're climbing in the tiny box. And now she's climbed out of the box because I'm looking at her. But yeah, Q-tip, hydrogen peroxide, and just rub and rub and rub, and it comes right off. I haven't found one yet that I couldn't clean, but I also don't get the items that have like extremely massive battery acid. But I'm a little bit picky about the items that I pick up that actually have the battery acid, but I have not had a problem getting it off yet. But that's how you get the battery acid or the battery corrosion out of electronic units. It actually doesn't take that long. It can take a little bit, but sometimes just keep working at it, especially if the item's worth it. Like if the item's only going to sell for $5 and you find that it's got a lot of battery corrosion, pass. It's not worth the time. But yes, I see you. The reason I have the black backdrop on my table there, I just washed a whole bunch of clothes, and if I don't do that, she will climb into it and all over it and then get all her hair all over it again. So we got 5 watchers. Anybody have any questions? Do not hesitate to ask. Like, I'm by myself today and it just feels really weird talking without another person here with me. "20-second delay. I'm okay with that. I'm still waiting. If you're catching the afterwards and you're watching this, do not hesitate to ask a question in the comments down below. I usually get back to you within like a couple days. So I'm not as of right now. I have a little over 1,200 subscribers, so it hasn't gotten extremely out of hand for me to get back to anybody yet. Cool Toads, is Mickey Mouse gay? I'm pretty sure he's not, considering he does have a girlfriend. Every time. She knows there's warm clothes under there. You gotta plan ahead. Anybody else having any like good items that they found recently? I was at Salvation Army today. I actually did not find much, but I did find some Harley Davidson tank tops. It's not the time of year for tank tops, but I thought it was still kind of cool that there were a bunch of Harley Davidson. I mean, it was like I picked up 6 Harley Davidson tank tops. It was actually kind of freaky. Sitting here watching her. Amazon or eBay? Clothing? I'm not approved for clothing on Amazon. I haven't figured that one out yet. But I also don't do a whole lot of Amazon, but I'm actually trying to focus more on it right now. It's summer in Australia. That it is. Yes, that is why I have the backdrop, because now she's getting comfy. And just because I am curious, the old haggis hunter, are you still there? Are you watching? Because my family actually came from Scotland. So I am still... nobody really knows where we came from in Scotland. All we know is that my grandfather's parents came from Scotland, and that's as far as we really know. And I've tried to figure it out, but nobody really seems to have any idea. Okay, so doing a YouTube video, hangout, live show of just me is not working out too well. Did I get... Hang on, let's see here. Oh, yes, because it's been giving me issues. Let's see here. Is it going to let me in? All this Windows 10 BS. So far, Windows 10 is not on my good side. I actually have somebody requesting a return on eBay right now, and I don't normally take returns, but it's like, I found a better price. It's like, okay, well, just in case you didn't see it, you're paying for return, and there is a 10% restocking fee. So, and he's got a feedback score of 1, so we will see how he does this, because his feedback score of 1 is from me. And no, I did not get that, but I am curious, did I pull that off of eBay yet? Because I've got an item that I want to send into Amazon, but I haven't yet. And I've got a lot of items up on eBay right now. I can't access the sidebar easily. Ah, here we are. In case anybody really wanted to take a look on Amazon, I have a Panasonic Omnivision PV-D4732 combo player with original factory remote. I'm not sure what they're going for on Amazon, but I have mine cross-listed, and I've never found one of these. A black Panasonic Omnivision combo player. And this is the only one I've had, and I've had it for a few months, and I don't want to just straight up get rid of it, because it is, every time I relist this thing, it gets up to 4 watchers. And everybody keeps coming back, and it keeps getting a lot of views, so I know it's bringing me traffic, but nobody's purchased it yet. And it's getting annoying. It's like, I love this thing to death, but I want somebody to buy it, because I've had it up on eBay for like $100. I've got it listed on Amazon as merchant fulfilled for $150, because I don't know why they only do this, but as merchant fulfilled, the credit that they're going to be giving me for shipping this item is $4.89. I'm not sure why they're only giving me that much of a credit, but it's kind of annoying. It's like, come on, it will cost more. On the low end, it would cost $12 to ship. Why are you only giving me $4.89 for shipping? So that's why I've got it listed for $149.99 on Amazon, because I know I'll at least get my money back in shipping costs. So once I actually get it sent into Amazon FBA, then I'll drop the price on that item back down, because then I'm not going to be having to pay for shipping. So I'll probably drop it to like 120 or something. I haven't fully decided yet. All right, so wow, only half an hour in. Feels like longer. I'm tempted to go see if there's anybody to come in. Like I said, don't hesitate to ask any questions in the chat. That's why I'm here. Hit a wrong button. All right, so let's see here. I did find another Panasonic Omnivision VCR at Salvation Army today, but when I was checking it to see if it worked, but you could hear gears grinding in it, and it's like, no, I'm not gonna even try. It's like my daughter's like, "Are you sure?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not gonna try." Like that thing's, you can hear that it's not working right, and it's probably, it might work now, but it also might break shortly. I didn't even look up what the model number was to see. I just straight up plugged it in and tested it. Oh, let's see here. Where are my Amazon shipments right now? Come on. I shipped them off yesterday morning, and they have both been delivered. Because I decided to put them out into 2 different warehouses, and what always bothers me about when you're shipping an item, that it's going within the same state. And this one's actually going to a warehouse that I used to work at. Like, I've checked, I've called Amazon. Is there any way I can just drive this out there myself so I don't have to pay extra for shipping? I can get it there like within an hour. And they're like, no, we actually have to have it shipped. I was like, man, they said it's the best way to have it tracked. It's like, that's disturbing. I was not happy. So not an electronics ebook. What's that question, Sean? So not an electronics ebook? And evidently Ian is a monkey. Sometimes all you have to do is click on it and it will refresh. But yeah, I sent a whole bunch of DVDs and CDs off to Amazon, and all those went into one box. And I had 2 electronics that had to both go off to the same warehouse, and of course I had to have that be in 2 separate boxes because they were just so big. I don't have a box that was quite big enough. Come on, Amazon. Anything new going on that I can share? Anything good and exciting? No. My last sale was yesterday. All right. Nothing new. I did have a Friends Seen It DVD board game that it was like new. Unfortunately, it wasn't brand new. The shrink wrap was torn. So I had to list it as like new, and it had been sitting at the warehouse for a few months. I had it listed for like $49, but it still wasn't moving. And it's like, okay, it's 4th quarter. I want this thing gone because it's large and I don't want to have to pay the extra in storage. So I dropped the price, and it sold for, what was that price? It sold for $34.95. So I finally got it gone, got my profit back. I can't even remember what I paid for it at this point. Wrong way. And I did not pick this up and put it in a video, but I picked up a total of 3 of these. And I am going to screen share this for you. As soon as I can find it. There we go. And there we go. Come on. There we go. I picked up the TV games, Wheel of Fortune TV game. I picked up 3 of these for $5 a piece at my Salvation Army. And I don't know what it was about these things. I listed them as merchant fulfilled, and I had it listed at matched at the lowest price. Then I sent them into Amazon after a while, and I sold 2 at the $44.95, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna raise the price, and I raised it to 47 something, and then it sold as soon as it got checked in. And of course now they're going even higher. Hey, I've already got my money back out of it. I'm happy. I'll take it. Why are people paying this? It's a plug into the TV and play it. I don't understand this thing. What is the rank on this? It's got to be dropping. Come on. It is now in the top 100. Wow, it was in the top, in its category, it was in the top 400 when I sent it in. That's actually kind of shocking. And stop the screen share. There we go. We're back. All right. So that was so far my hot item at Amazon. Let's see if I can find YouTube. There we go. Oh, would I consider writing an ebook? I wouldn't know how to write an ebook. And personally, I don't like reading ebooks because I think it's just because I'm old school. I like to hold a physical book. I like to smell it because the smell of a book is just, it's the best, because you can pick up a book that you haven't looked at in years, and just the smell will bring back all those memories of what you have seen, of what you read. Hire a ghostwriter. Yeah. I'm not sure about all that. If I have any questions about doing an ebook, Ian, I will be going to you. And I can only hope and guide people to you when you actually make a YouTube video of how to do an ebook. You don't get the buy box if you are too high above the mark or the MSRP. But ebooks are the future. Well, they can be the future, and I will live in the past of selling a physical book. And evidently Ian's really trying to be a monkey. Move that right there. Now I can still see that. See anything interesting, chaotic going on? I'm not sharing this eBay account, but I am really, really getting sick and tired of all these Heroclix. I actually need to go back to Walmart and buy more of these small boxes. I don't like buying boxes, but I have so many of these things. I can't keep those boxes. Every time I turn around, I'm moving those boxes out fast. I picked up, my local Walmart used to stop carrying them, and then they started carrying them recently, and I saw that, and I just picked up over half of the stack that they had. And then when I got to the cashier, she just looked at it, looked at me, and was like, "How many do you have?" It's like, I just had a huge stack. They normally have to scan each one, but she knew I was going to be honest when I was telling her that, yeah, I picked up 20 that first time. And she's like, okay. She's like, let me guess, you're an eBay seller. It's like, uh-huh. Yeah, I've shipped somewhere around 30 Heroclix individually, and I've listed a few lots. I've already moved somewhere around 700 Heroclix at this point. I'm sick of Heroclix. The torture of the Heroclix is too much. If my wife could hear me, she would agree. Because I've had her helping me sort them. And she's like, so many Heroclix! One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes of Heroclix and a small pile is what I have left. Oh my god. I know the small pile that I have right over there is just a few. How long did it take you to list all those? When I found out which ones I was going to be listing individually, I had them separated. I would find a card, find the Heroclix, find the card, find the Heroclix. I would get them separated, organized, and then I'd set them aside. Take pictures of them all. List them. Take pictures of them all. List them. Take pictures of them all. List them. And it was because of those things I hit my record in one day. I listed 79 items, 79 Heroclix in one day. Next day, or actually there was 72 in one day. Then the next day I did 79 in one day. I got really sick of looking at Heroclix. I created a store on my third account just for the Heroclix because I had so many. I didn't want to have to pay to list them all. And then when I got the store, eBay upped my selling limit on that account. So then I was able to list more. I am sick of looking at Heroclix. But the thing that's also disturbing is some of these little guys, I sold one of these for 40 bucks. It is disturbing that people love this game so much that they're willing to pay that price. It's a piece of plastic. I don't get it. Okay. It was crazy. There was one day I had 9 of them flying out the door. It's like, I can't keep these things going like this. But they're making money, and I've already paid my client for what I owe him as of 2 days ago. I've already got more money lined up for him on the next one. Yes, Tidwell. It is almost like torture when you have something like that to list. And when you can go through a lot of numbers, but you're sick and tired of looking at the same thing because all you have to do is change like this, the name and its number. Sometimes it's, oh, it's part of this set or part of this set or part of this set. But it's really easy to find that information. There's like 2 other guys on eBay that I've found that, okay, if they're listing it at this price, I can at least put it at that price. And at that price or maybe a little bit less. Because that guy's top rated plus power seller on Heroclix alone. Like, that's too much. Scary. All right, so let's see here. I think that's about it, other than looking around right now. I just discovered I have more Heroclix that I have completely spaced. Yes, it is torture. And my wife says she doesn't want to look at anymore. Are you a slow dime or fast nickel business model? It kind of depends on what the item is. If it's sell an item that I know will sell for $150 in a few months, or I could take $30 right now, I will wait the few months for the 150. So it all kind of depends. Like I've got items that I know I could move like right now for a third of my asking price. And it's like I'm not gonna. No, I'll wait. But a lot of items, if I can just get them out the door like right now, I will take like a couple bucks just to get something gone. Like I've got a lot of items that have been sitting in my store for so long, I want them gone. Except the sweater. That one sweater. I have it sitting on the end because I love to look at that thing, and that one sweater is the one that actually keeps driving traffic to my store. $1 to $1.30 per 100 words. Oh, he's answering the question of how much it costs for a ghostwriter. Tidwell, I bet it's a pain to find the one you sold since they all look kind of similar. Yeah, pretty much. I know, right? I thought I would have sold that sweater by now too. But I'm not minding one bit because I am the only person who has the Contra sweater. I have watchers on it. I have so many views on it. Here before long, I'm just going to, when the listing ends, I'm going to list it as relist until sold because it's just driving so much traffic to my store. It's ridiculous. Like I love it to death that it's doing that. Like I'm not going to let it go for a lowball offer. I had somebody give me a $5 offer on it. It's like, really? No. I had somebody give me a $15 best offer. It's like, no, I'm not going to let it go for that. Sent me a $30 best offer. That's being somewhat reasonable. We're like, please let me have it for this price. It's like, I paid up for this. I'm sorry. I can't let it go for too terribly low because I've got it listed for 75. Like I will take that. I would be willing to let it go for 50. It's like, okay, there's only one person out there that if he messages me, I will let him only have it for 25. He knows who he is. He said he was willing to pay 20. He didn't want to go for 25, and he keeps saying that every time we get into a hangout, it's like, man, I see that sweater. I want that sweater. I want that sweater bad. Because he keeps saying, man, my wife has this ugly Christmas sweater competition, and I want that sweater so I can go there and wear it, and then I would win because I have the Contra ugly Christmas sweater. He knows who he is. He wants it. He's the only person who will get it, who would be able to get it for 25. Anybody else, the lowest I'd be willing to go is $50. Anybody else have any questions, thoughts, concerns? For those of you who didn't know, Golden Finger Picker had an issue with his YouTube account. It got suspended for spam or whatever, and he had to go through a process for his account to get seen in front of real eyes, and he got his account back. He got his account back today. So, yay. Golden Finger Picker is back up and going. So if you haven't seen him in a bit, go take a look at his account. He actually had an issue not too long ago where he sold something for a lot of money, and it sold here locally. And the person got it, and he's like, "Are you sure you tested this thing?" And he's like, "Yeah, I tested it and everything." And he asked me if I could go take a look. And it's like, okay, it's in my pizza delivery area. Because he gave me the address, and it's like, dude, that I know exactly where that's at. I've delivered pizza to this guy before, and we met up, and I checked the item out, and sure enough, it was broken. Like it had tiny little dents across the top, and I I told the guy, it's like, I can take this off your hands. I know he's going to give you a refund. I've already messaged him. He's like, this really does suck, because he sold, I think he said he sold the item for like $150 or something. And he gave him a full refund. I got the item. I popped it open. I went completely all over it. I couldn't find a problem. I don't know why. Plug it in, wouldn't even light up. Found the fuses. They were so buried in. I didn't even have a screwdriver small enough to try and get into, take the thing apart. And then there would have been wires everywhere to try and get into these, to look at these fuses. It wasn't worth the time. It's like, Chad, I could find a way to get it to you, but this thing's just all out broken. He's like, okay, just go ahead, keep it, sell it on eBay for parts or repair. I did. I actually sold it on eBay for a $20 best offer. So I got 20 bucks out of it. Chad didn't, but he does really well with eBay. Yes, I see that you prefer GilDaddy. I prefer GilDaddy when he was actively selling on eBay all the time, because I loved their sourcing videos. So I'm pretty sure everybody loved their sourcing videos, but nobody does videos like them anymore. They just straight up do Alibaba to Amazon, and they're like almost exclusively Amazon anymore. They've still got items up on eBay, but they don't source like they used to. Let's see here. Any other questions? Yeah, if anybody, I know I will help anybody out. If you have an item that's sold here locally, and if it's at least close enough for me, I will go take a look, see if it needs, like, if there's, for some reason, if it needs repair, I can go take a look, see if there's anything I can do. Or the person saying it just doesn't work at all. It's like, there's a process we can go through. It's like, I'll go take a look if I can. It's like, I know Chad would do the same for me. But having a reseller that lives close enough to somebody who purchased something on eBay, that is like rare. And he was really lucky that it was close to me and I was willing to go take a look. Because some of us just aren't too terribly willing, but I'm willing to go. If it's close enough, I'll go take a look. But, all right, so I honestly think that is about it, because I didn't really find too much of any really good things lately. The only one, I will share this with you guys because I picked this up. It is strange and unusual. And I can find a couple on that have sold in the past on Etsy. And this one's in poor condition. The strings on this are all sorts of tangled, but it is an Alice in Wonderland puppet. It is from, what is it? I think it was like 1959, I think it was, but the clothing is in poor condition. The strings are all sorts of tangled. And if you can get a good look, there we go. It's not just paint chip, but the head is actually cracked. So I'm not sure where I would go with this, because the only thing, I found one that sold on eBay in much better condition on that thing was for $79. Yes, it is kind of terrifying, I know. If I had the complete set to that, which was her, the Mad Hatter, and I can't remember who the other one was. So there was only like 3 for the complete set, and the special backdrop, and it was all in like new condition. It'd go for like $700. So that one's just, I should sell it as haunted. You know, that's actually a good idea considering of how old it is. That might actually help it sell. I don't know if there's a way that I could pull that off, but yeah, that thing's definitely really ugly and creepy. Dirty though. Been sitting around for a while. I got that from the same place where I got the mandolin, and that one's just been kind of sitting there because it's so confusing. It actually took me a while to research that one. If you have anything that's really confusing and giving you issues on research, set it aside, and when it's late at night and you're tired and you're done working, you can't get any more items listed, use that time to do more research, because you can just sit around going, oh God, I'm exhausted. Oh God, I can't do any more work. But you can still keep looking and looking, and you can keep going and looking and looking, and then you can find it. It's like, I know, because there was one listing on Etsy that sold, and Katie Patton did a video on how to find the price of an item that sold on Etsy, but Etsy has changed their format, and her video is now no good because you can't find the price of how much something sold on Etsy for. I don't know what it was that they did, and she doesn't even know how to find a price for an item that sold on Etsy now. Because I commented on the video. It's like, I found something, but this isn't working. And she's like, they changed how they do it. I don't know if there is a way to do it now, but I can't find it either. Like, other people have told me the same thing. It's like, man, that sucks. Because at that time, that was the first time I found any listing for it. It actually took me a while to even find it on eBay. Like, there was somebody had it listed brand new in the box, just the one, for $150. So I might just straight up list it as an auction for $5 and let it ride. So we will see. Other than that, I do believe that is all. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and call it here. So don't forget, like, subscribe, leave a question or any comments, any questions you can think of at all down below, and I will do my best to get back to you.